Hey, Virgo. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Virgo. Happy birthday to you. This is Virgo season. But if I'm not mistaken, yeah, to September the 22nd, we in Virgo season. I hope you guys are doing well. We'll do a zodiac for you guys. I'm not a singer, but I hope you enjoyed that birthday rendition. Let's start with the love oracle cards and see what Spirit has to say. For Virgo. Worthiness. You are worthy. The reflection that you see and feel, you may not feel it. You may not think so, but you are. It's what I hear. Let's switch cards. It's what I hear Spirit is saying. I'm hearing you may have counted yourself out more times than you should, but yet through the eyes of Spirit, you are worthy. Virgo, through the eyes of Spirit, you're right where you're supposed to be. Life happens and things are not for naught. Don't forget to look at the beauty that is around you and tap into that. Sometimes, you get caught up in life having to be perfect or meticulous in everything that you do, that you forget that, you are human. You're human. It's okay to let your hair down, and it's okay. I know, I hope you're sitting down when I say this, Virgo, but it's okay if you make a mistake. I know. I feel you. But it's okay. You're still worthy. You haven't lost any worthiness. People still love you. People still care about you. And no one is going to look at you different because of it. All right, so let's put some cards out for you, Virgo. Get that with Four of Swords. Excuse me, the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords speaks of winning at all costs or at any cost. I feel like that is you, Virgo. You are wanting to win. And it's not even just about being, I was going to say right. I was going to say the winner, but right came out. So it's not necessarily about being correct. But I feel like it's more of the methods and the madness behind it. Like, at what cost did we win? At what cost are you right? I feel like it could be, how do I say it? It's like how you want to win because this is what's right. So, okay, we got to get from point A to point B to get to point C. So that's the path to take. I feel like you see that, Virgo. Okay, this is the path that we need to take to get to point C. And so obstacles, things come your way, and you throw caution to the wind, and you buck and knuck and buck and dive and jive and all that stuff, because the goal, all you're laser focused on, is to get to point C. But I feel like Spirit is wanting you to realize that you will get to point C, but if you lose the point in the journey to point to the point C, there's a purpose and a plan for point A to point B that you need to grasp. I feel like with this Five of Swords, It's saying that you're here and you're bypassing all this because you're focused on C, that's all that matters. And that's the laser focusedness, if that's a word, to get there. Well, that is great. But what happens is you are losing sight and the journey and the purpose that you gain from it to get to point C. Because it's almost feeling like everything that you're doing, it's like, is it even worth it? Like you're not being celebrated to the degree that you feel like you should, because we made it. Yeah, we lost the cat at the rest stop. The dog wound up getting in the wrong car at that next rest stop. We might have spent $2,000, on repairs of a flat tire or whatever to get to point C. And it's like, I feel like someone is saying no one is looking at the sacrifice that you've made to get from point A to point C. But I feel like whoever is around you, or what Spirit needs you to see, is don't lose focus of the journey. Like, what have you learned from point A to point B? Like, this flat tire could have been avoided. You saw the stakes in the road and the glass up ahead, but your laser focusedness, I'm assuming that's a word, to get to point C, we didn't slow down. We didn't take heed. We didn't look for an alternate route, because that's all we were focused on, point A to point C. But along the way, this journey would have taught you something, would have elevated you, would have raised your consciousness, would have even allowed you to hear Spirit to lead and guide you along the way. So it's not at lost that you made it to the journey. Because if you're feeling like, everything I've done, it didn't matter, it's not that. It's not that at all. Because yes, we applaud you, they applaud you, you did get to point C, but it's just almost at what cost? Was it worth it? Was it worth it? The arguing in the back seat, the kids about to throw little Johnny's sippy cup out the back window. I'm seeing like a car, like a station wagon. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I'm seeing the National Lampoon's Vacation. I feel like that's what this Five of Swords is saying. So like, yeah, we went on vacation, but everything that you endured to get there, it's like, could a lot of that have been avoided? I think that's an awesome analogy. Could some of that have been avoided? Yes, you did end up where you're supposed to, but everything that you went through, you just want your toodles. What am I trying to say? I feel like it's just like, you just want your props, you want your recognition, so to speak. That might be for someone. You're wanting your recognition for everything that you've done to get there, And yeah, Spirit applauds you. You got there. But it's like the journey. Spirit's wanting you to focus on the journey. Because in that journey, in those lessons, is where you learn. Knees popping. All right. Look at that. 5 of Cups. So we have 5, 5. And these 5s, it speaks of change. It's like, yeah, you're on the right path. You're on the right direction, the right trajectory. You are the man. You are the woman. You are the one that needs to be at the helm of this ship. No one is doubting that. But I feel like with this 5 of Cups state, this is what I've been saying. Like, you're focusing on, well, we got to, New York. We got to New York. We saw the Big Apple. We saw Rockefeller Center, Times Square. I'm trying to think of some. I've only been there like once. Trying to think of some places, that really stand out. We've seen the Alpha Tower. We rode the ferry. I think, do you ride the ferry to the Statue of Liberty? We did all that. So what is the problem? We were triumphant. We won. But I feel like just losing sight of the journey is what I thought is what I feel like Spirit is wanting you to. It's like putting a cart before the horse. Six of Swords. It's Six of Swords speaks of movement. You know, so we have the Five of Swords, Five of Cups, and the Five speaks of change. And with that, with change, it requires movement. You know, your ideas, your thoughts, your maneuvers, your analyticalness. I'm making up a bunch of words today, but how you analyze, how you articulate, how you put things together, that is not what anyone is questioning. It's I guess it's the motive behind it is what I'm hearing. It's the motive behind it. I feel like it's what Spirit really wants to address. I feel like in keeping that in mind, Spirit is saying that you're going to find who you are. You're going to move into a new timeline of who you are. Look at the bottom of the deck is Ten of Cups, which will lead to completion and happiness of that area of where you felt like that you weren't worthy or you weren't appreciated. Because it's not that. Because it's almost like you're doing things by works. If I do this, if I build this, if I make this happen, if I take care of this, if it's a stay-at-home mom, I run this like a tight ship. I do this. Yes, I got the kids to school, home, bathe, you know, basketball, football, soccer, whatever season we in, you know, running this like a tight ship. But it's like at what expense? What expense are you getting things done? I feel like, excuse me, Spirit is saying. The bottom of the deck, again, is the Five of Wands. It's a lot of internal disruption. I'm hearing disruption. It's a lot of internal battles and thoughts, because yet on the outside, okay, you're doing this, you're making it all happen. You are the man, you are the woman, you're the one that they can count on, you're the one they can come to. But yet on the inside, the turmoil, because it's not fulfilling for some reason. It's not fulfilling. All right, let's get to this bottom row. Happy birthday, Virgo. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. I'm hearing Spirit say, be honest with yourself. If you're honest with yourself, then that is going to automatically be revealed on the outside. So this is some inner work Spirit is wanting you to deal with and to address. The Queen of Cups is in touch with their emotions. And I feel like with this Five of Swords being off balance, so to speak, what drives you to win at all costs? What's driving you that? What emotions do you not have under control, Virgo, that Spirit wants you to check? And it's not for you not to be authentic in who you are, but your motives. You know, the Spirit sees our heart. He sees our motives, our intents, and our thoughts. Well, even on the outside, when we are carrying ourselves in a way and we think no one else knows, you know, and Spirit is wanting you to check yourself. Justice. It's like, what are you choosing not to look at? What needs to be balanced in your life? I'm hearing you're blind to something. You're blind to it. And this is general, so you have to make it fit how it applies to you. But there's an imbalance that you're choosing not to look at. okay, you may not even see or know or recognize it. I feel, you know, thank you, Spirit, that there is an imbalance. And I feel like you know that you've been like this, but didn't know why. And Spirits want you to check your emotions, check your motives behind things so that it can be a balance. And then you can move to happier times. And then there won't be any inner conflict. That's awesome, Spirit. Look at you. Won't he do it? Spirit knows exactly what we need when we need it. Look at that. 8 of Swords. Self-sabotage. And when we stay in that self-sabotage, we can be stuck. Because we surround ourselves with our thoughts, ideas, our ideology, our way of thinking, the way how we do things is always how we do things. And it may or may not be anything wrong with that. But if it's not edifying everybody, you know, and if it's definitely not edifying you, Spirit is wanting to get your attention. And you want to move to calmer waters. You want to finally get to this 10 of Cups, which if it is vacation, if it is the job, if it is the relationship, you know, this is the hang up on this side, your true motives. Like with this 5 of Sword energy is, like I say, from getting point A, the National Lampoon's, sorry, shook the table, vacation. Yeah, you did get the vacation. But how much smoother would it been to get to that 10 of Cups, to that vacation, if you was in touch with your emotions and knew why you moved the way you do, or didn't try to sabotage, you know. For whatever reason, you are trying to hold on to the validation of others by running a tight ship. You run everything to the T, a tight ship, crossing I's and dotting T for the validation. And in doing that, you're sabotaging yourself because there isn't a balance. Let another praise you naturally, organically, not manufactured, excuse me, and not being forced. Because while you make it to the 10 of Cups, the outcome is still this 5 of Wands, which is eternal battles and struggle. So the goal was still there, but the goal to get there, you got there, but at what cost of all of this internal struggle? That's good. All right, let's get some more for Virgo. Happy birthday. The Knight of Pentacles. You feel like this is how it's always been. The Knight of Pentacles is slow moving, but in this case, you feel like it's always been like this. This is all you've known. This is all it's ever been. When you reach the 10 of Cups, it's like you never had a problem getting to the 10 of Cups. It's the process from point A to point B, point A to point C that's been the problem. And so now you know. So if you ask the question, Virgo, like, what is wrong? There's something missing, Spirit. I feel like he's answered your question. All right, let's get one more, then we'll get a channel message, Virgo. 4 of Swords. Look at that. The 4 of Swords. It's just to rest, meditate, and listen to Spirit. Look at that. The 3 of Pentacles on the bottom. And to me, this is about working in collaboration. You work with the Spirit. You, yourself, and I. The 3 of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles is like working with you, yourself, and I, you know, in spirit, you know. But this 4 of Swords is, it's like taking a step back. Your overall energy coming out was the 5 of Swords, like, I will win at all costs, you know. And you're ending in, like, just taking a step back, this 4 of Swords, you know, and looking at what this internal battle is and really meditating on it, taking the time to to look and evaluate yourself. You know, the Virgo is the Hermit card. So it's almost like the hermit energy, like walking in the energy of hermitness. I'm in a making up type words type mood today, apparently. Let's do some manifestation cards. I hadn't done those in a while. Oh no, I hear some words of encouragement. I think this is the Green Witch Oracle. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm terrible with the names. Let's see if I can find the book, because I don't keep the boxes. This is the Green Witch Oracle. Right. I was right, because the card is green. Happy birthday, Virgo. All right, Spirit, what it is, some words of encouragement for Virgo for their birthday season. That's a channel message of words that you can give to them to encourage them. Grounding. Ground yourself, Virgo. Ground yourself. And look at that. Didn't I use that? Was that this reading, the other one, that potatoes, about what you've been planting? I might have been the other reading. Disregard that if it was. But the grounding, and another number 5. You have 555. So Spirit is revealing to you, Virgo, what needs to be changed. You've asked, you've answered. The moon represents things being revealed, fears, things coming to the surface. And then you have the sun right beside it is exposing. I feel like Spirit is absolutely shining a light on where your disconnect is, Virgo, which is amazing. Which is amazing. All right, let's get another one. So Spirit wants you to ground yourself. Ground yourself in Him. And that's right after we come up with that 4 of Swords, which is, to me, I take that as a meditating card and just resting. You know, the 4 of Swords comes after the 3 of Swords, and 3 of Swords is heartbreak. So you might not necessarily have a heartbreak, or maybe even a heartache of wondering why. And so now you have your answer. So you can rest in it so that when you get up, you can make a decision. And then when you get up and you go from the 4 of Swords to the 5 of Swords again, because we're going forward, you can be victorious. You, with this throat chakra, this blue with the throat chakra, you now can communicate effectively. You can now speak with wisdom and understanding, because you've taken a step back and done the work. You've got in touch with your feelings and your emotions within this Queen of Cups energy. I think this is awesome reading for you, Virgo. All right, let's get 2 more. Continuance. Yeah, that's awesome, because it's not over. It's definitely not over. You're not counted out whatsoever. I feel like Spirit is saying continue on with your continuing on the way you were going. Continue to walk ye in the way that you was going. When it first put the card out, worthiness, I was hearing that you are doing good. Continue in that. No one's wanting you to change who you are. I think Spirit's just showing you some areas that need to be tweaked. You know, and the Spirit answers questions that we have. So if you've asked the Spirit a question like, what areas do I need to work on? I feel like this is Him answering. So thank you for that, Spirit. One more. Victory, because you are victorious, Virgo. All right, so that was number 5. This one's 26, which equals to an 8. And then this is 44, which equals to an 8 also. But the victory, because you are victorious. And this card has like a crown on it, you know. It's like an outer representation of who you are. And I feel like in a way, sort of, kind of, maybe not all of you, Virgo, but that is what you desire. And you personally may try to manufacture that, you know, but when, the Bible talks about letting another praise you, I feel like when you tweak and you get yourself lined up with Spirit, people will automatically, organically and authentically praise you. So, Virgo, you know what I'm about to say? Happy birthday. This is what I have for you. Till next time, remember who you are.